Did you know that the fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the world, right after the oil industry? It's a shocking fact, but true. The world of glitz and glamour has a dark side that's often overlooked. The fashion industry contributes to 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. But it doesn't stop there. The process of dyeing textiles has earned the dubious distinction of being the second largest polluter of water globally. And the water usagi? It's mind-boggling. Just imagine. It takes around 7,500 liters of water to make a single pair of jeans. That's equivalent to the water intake of an average person for over 7 years. With the sheer scale of its environmental impact, it's evident that the fashion industry can no longer continue business as usual. Given these facts, it's clear that the fashion industry needs to change, and it gets worse when we delve into the world of fast fashion. Fast fashion, a term that has become synonymous with inexpensive clothing produced rapidly by mass-market retailers, in response to the latest trends, has a severe environmental impact. It's a whirlwind of constant change, where styles are here today, gone tomorrow. This rapid production and consumption cycle has led to astonishing shifts in our buying habits. In the early years of the new millennium, we saw the average consumer buying 60% more clothes in 2014 than they did in 2000. But here's the twist: they kept each garment for only half as long. This ephemeral relationship with our clothes has a devastating impact. More than half of fast fashion items are discarded in under a year, creating an enormous waste problem. This throwaway culture not only leads to immense landfill issues, but also contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, water pollution, and overuse of resources. If we continue on this path, the consequences could be dire. By mid-century, the fashion industry could be responsible for more than a quarter of the carbon budget associated with a 2 degrees Celsius pathway, a threshold that scientists warn we must not cross to avoid catastrophic climate change. The fast fashion model is not sustainable, and it's high time we rethink our fashion consumption habits. It's time to slow down, be mindful, and make choices that value the planet as much as style. But there is hope on the horizon, in the form of sustainable fashion. Sustainable fashion, also known as eco-fashion, is a breath of fresh air in the landscape of clothing production. It's a philosophy that embraces clothing design, production, and use with careful consideration of environmental and social impacts. Unlike traditional fashion, it doesn't turn a blind eye towards the environment or the people involved in the manufacturing process. The beauty of sustainable fashion is that it doesn't just reduce the environmental footprint of our wardrobes. It goes beyond that. It advocates for fair and safe working conditions, ensuring that the people who make our clothes are treated ethically. It promotes longevity in clothing, encouraging us to buy less, wear more, and toss less. The impact of sustainable fashion is immense. It has the power to drastically reduce the waste and pollution associated with the traditional fashion industry. But it's not just about saving the planet. It's about creating a system that benefits everyone involved, from the cotton farmer to the garment worker to the consumer. And the world is taking notice. The global sustainable apparel market is projected to reach a staggering $102.43 billion by 2025. That's a clear indication that more and more people are recognizing the value of eco-friendly clothing. Sustainable fashion presents a viable alternative to the environmentally destructive practices of the traditional fashion industry. So, why does sustainable fashion matter? Well, let's take a moment to reflect. We've seen the dark underbelly of the fashion industry, the devastating environmental impact of fast fashion, and the dawn of sustainable fashion. It's clear that the clothes we wear and how they're made have a much bigger impact than we might think. Sustainable fashion matters because it's a choice to respect our planet, to value the people who make our clothes, and to conserve the resources that go into them. It's about acknowledging the true cost of fashion, not just the price tag, and choosing to support brands that are doing things differently. When we choose sustainable fashion, we're voting with our wallets for a more ethical and environmentally friendly world. We're saying that we care about the future of our planet and the people who inhabit it. Remember, every purchase is a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. Choose wisely.